If you're going to be a consistent performer, you've got to start doing this. This is Brian Cain with the Mental Performance Daily Podcast, and today we're joined by three-time Major League Baseball All-Star and current San Diego Padre Matt Carpenter to talk about the power of routines. And Carp's going to discuss how routines help you to stay consistent. Routines give you something to go to during difficult times. It kind of builds off of what we learned about yesterday in Toughness Training for Life with Dr. Jim Lure about having something to go to between pitches. Now, Carp's going to expand on the routine from what you do in game to what you do to prepare for the game and post game, also what he does in some of his routines off of the field. But here's a guy who has been to the top of the mountain, is still playing the game of baseball. Matt and I met each other back in 2006 when he was a baseball player at TCU, and here he is still playing in the major leagues in 2023. So this week, we're going to do a little mini seminar with Matt Carpenter. Call it the Carp mini seminar on the mental game. And today, he's going to discuss the power of routines. Talk about, Carp, just the importance of changing your clothes from street clothes into the uniform, and at the end of the day, from uniform and showering well back into street clothes, and how that helps you to separate being a baseball player and being a dad, because you had your kids and your wife with you on the road quite a bit. And I think for a lot of the people on the call here, sometimes it's difficult to separate what I'm doing in my business every day to come home and be present with my family. I know that's a challenge that we hear a lot.
No doubt. And if you would have, I would be the first to tell you that when I was younger, that was not an area that I was great at. I could not turn it off. I felt like the whole reason that I had made it to the major leagues is because I grinded and I nonstopped and I outworked people, and I was 100% committed to this thing, and I was committed to it 24/7. As I've gotten older, I realized that not only was that not necessarily true, there's a better way of doing it. And having the ability now to truly, and this is something that has gotten better every year, and last year, along with, I consider this part of the mental game as well. It's all part of it, that I did as good a job as I ever have of, and that is walking into the stadium, putting on that uniform, and now I'm a New York Yankee, or this year I'm a San Diego Padre. I'm a Major League Baseball player. I'm Matt Carpenter, the infielder for the, San Diego Padres. And I'm all in on that because that's where I'm at. And as soon as that uniform comes off, or that, jersey or workout, whatever it is, and I put back on my street clothes down, Matt Carpenter, the father, the husband, and being able to separate that. What the two things that I learned from that: one, you obviously, your loved ones are going to appreciate that, and you're going to have better relationships and better experiences with them. But the beauty of it, and then that I have learned now, is when you adopt that mindset, you have more to give when you are on both sides, when you're with your family and when you're at work. It is not sustainable. And I've learned that the hard way, to always have it turn on. If I'm constantly grinding over my job and I never have the ability to turn it off and be able to escape, whether to be a dad, or to, have a hobby or do something other than grind over whatever you do for a living, you will never get the most out of it. And that's the kind of the tricky thing, is because you think that you have to be that way to get the most out of it. But the reality of it is, and I've experienced this from personal experience, when you have the ability to turn it off, you have more to give when it's time to turn it off. And this year, this year I was able to do that to, the best that I've done it in my career, and it paid off.
Thanks for checking out Mental Performance Daily with Brian Cain, an Ironclad original. If you like the show, be sure to leave us a rating, review, and comments. We'll see you tomorrow.
Looking for details and information about our next Mental Performance Mastery Coaches Certification course? Just head over to briancane.com/certification to get on our insiders list so that you can be in the know and find out when we go open so that you can join some of the top income generating and influence and impact having coaches in the country with our MPM Coaches Certification.